Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Eric Garcia makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, it's a big day for him, obviously, Peter, and I think he can make quite a big difference. Spectacular saves can win matches, but I'd expect him to have a more subtle influence overall, bossing that defence and spreading composure throughout the ranks.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Valladolid have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launch pad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
There's the whistle, and here we go.
Sergi Canos.
No, that's been intercepted.
Yamal.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rivaldo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Rafinha.
Rafinha! Oh, that was close.
Tries to pass it through. Gonzalez providing an outlet on that flank.
He's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. That's tidy.
Now it's Canos.
Oh, good-looking ball. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Camavinga.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Oh, it's a lovely, delicate pass. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here.
It's a promising position. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Chouameni, Rivaldo.
And Yamal.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Spread it left. Sergi Canos. Played out towards the right wing. wonderful! What a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Valladolid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Benzema. Now it's Yamal. Yamal is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Rivaldo! Just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Sergi Canos is wide and looking to get onto this. Eric Garcia claims comfortably.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Out towards the flank. He is just caressing the ball. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Camavinga. That has been slung wide. And this is Benzema. It's a goal kick.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Gonzalez. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Gonzalez. Oh, that's neat. Gives it back. Looking here to... climbs up big! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Opts for safety. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that has sent him sprawling. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Played out to the right. Oh, nice touch. Tries to cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
And he's taking no chances there.
They've played it short. Very nicely done.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Camavinga.
Here's Rivaldo.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Not the most accurate pass.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got away.
Elects to cross.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Canos. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's been won straight back. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
Sergi Canos receives it in a wide position.
Early ball.
And it's claimed by the keeper. That has been knocked clear.
Strong running down that left flank. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That could spell trouble.
Tries to play it through. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes.
And the cross. A mighty effort!
Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt. All too easy.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Yamal.
Milan
are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Turns back here, probably the best option. Sergi Canos.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Lovely bit of skill.
Knocks it out wide. Looking to play him in.
And the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Canos has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 22.
There's going to be another change here.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17.
Koundé with the clearance.
2.
Tries a deft little ball and a shot!
And that is doing no harm at all.
And it's Rivaldo.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now that looks a decent ball. Camavinga.
Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Knocks it into space.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And it's played forward.
Camavinga.
Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. Milan
Finding their passes.
gets a good foot in there.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And he's picked it up out wide.
No, he refuses to take the bait.
He's given the time to pick a pass. Can he get on the end of this?
And that's it.
So in the end, one goal did it.
An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Your final thoughts, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Se abren 2 horas antes de cada partido para su comodidad.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space. He needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
I think this is a formation that offers excellent balance, Peter.
Particularly tried and tested in the Italian game, of course.
Yeah, and exported with great success too, because it allows half of the team to commit to either attack or defence. The three at the back and the double pivot, as well as the three attackers and two wide men. Teams often switch between this and 4-3-3 by dropping one of their pivots into the defensive line. It's very adaptable.
And we're underway. Now it's Benzema. Out to the left it goes. He's a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! And that has been cleared. Out to the right. Griezmann defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Griezmann. Now it's Ansu Fati. Can he get on the end of this?
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Played into the box. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Griezmann. And he's forced to go back. Gonzalez. No goals as yet. Looking for a runner. Oh, important interception. Here's a player who has defined a generation. Now it's Ansu Fati. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he gets rid in a hurry. Nice control. And now they can spring out of defence. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gets into some space. And he's certainly onside here. He slings it in. Oh, what a climb! Goal! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Assegnato al 24esimo minuto, numero 17.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Vieira, getting on for a third of the way through the game. That's an imaginative pass. It's come to nothing. Gonzalez. It's a really well-measured ball. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Milan finding their passes.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Spread it left. Gonzalez. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Ansu Fati. Tries a measured ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Back when it goes. And he's in Yamal! Now that is commitment to the cause. And he's there to clear it. And here's Ansu Fati. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So off we go once more.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, good spread. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. And he's picked it up out wide. Now here's the point-blank header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Gonzalez, played out towards the right wing. Now the cross.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch off. Shot at goal! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, that is a nice touch. It's Rivaldo! It's bounced back off the post. Has a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Ambitious ball here. Raul looking sharp there. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Gonzalez, distributed tidily. And Ngonge. Ngonge going full tilt down the right-hand side. Ngonge. He's having a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. They've played it short. Chance to deliver. And he gets rid in a hurry. Milan are looking to go forward now. And Fati. Griezmann. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread out to the left.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. And again, they're pressing.
He's through here. He's in space and looking for options. They've got a corner here.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Into the last quarter of an hour. And he cuts out the supply. Threads one in. That's been slipped through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rivaldo. A probing pass. Deftly away. Now, can they get it back? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Milan are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Griezmann. Now it's Raul. Oh, Benzema! Ngonge. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that's going right the way across. Vieira. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. No, that's been intercepted. And the number on the board is 3. Griezmann. And here's Vinicius Junior. That's tidy. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium. I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this player, Lee Kang-in, is someone I'll be watching out for, Peter. He's a wonderful crosser of the ball, very good in dead ball situations too, and he has that sweet left foot. But he has the intelligence to drop inside and play a number 10 role also, and he does most of the damage when he's allowed to occupy those little half spaces, especially against sides who drop that bit deeper.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Burgos have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
And we're underway. And he's had it! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And it's Maradona. That's good running with the ball. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Passing nice and neat. Now who's going to be first to this? Goes long and straight. Now it's Benzema. So what can they make of this? Lee Kang-in. Now it's Ansu Fati. Vieira. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lee Kang-in looking to penetrate opposition lines. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a quick ball upfield. Oh, good-looking ball. That has been slung wide. And it's Vieira. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that has been cleared. Goulart with the short one. Burgos are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Ansu Fati. And here's Benzema. Is there a Maradona? Well, now a chance! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Throw in. This looks promising. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Chips it through. And he's taking no chances there. Goulart goes short. Now, can they get him away? And it's Arda Goulart. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Oh, what a climb! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So it is still 0-0. And he's managed to get free. He's on it, can he get away? Burgos deciding to turn to the long ball now, that is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Nicely spread. Looking for options for movement. And that's played in low. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And Sufati. Gently done. Now he's off and running. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Good switch that. Vieira. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So off we go once more.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Burgos looking to pass their way through. Opts to play it back. Konate did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Distributed tidily. Vieira. And Akanji. And this is Maradona. He's under a lot of pressure there. Goulart is onto this. Now the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Vieira. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Drilled in low. Danger averted for now. Gabriel. Maradona. Milan are looking to break at pace. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. Delivers the ball. Up he goes! He will be livid with himself.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
And he's forced to go back. And he opts to go forward. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Akanji. Goulart. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Aimed beyond the defence. He's in a great position here. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Goulart. And it's Vieira. Benzema, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Well, played right into his path. That's good play. No outsmarting him this time. Nicely aimed pass. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's just beyond his reach. That's travelling a long way. Gets into some space. Rolls it backwards.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And the finish! Forwards and with intent. That is good alertness. That's a sharp pass. That's a cute ball. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Both sides then
16.
taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 9, el dorsal 15. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Milan are still in search of that breakthrough goal. And it's slung out wide. Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that might well be that! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Very much into the last knockings. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. No way through there. Vinicius Junior now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Iago Aspas, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.